So the theme of the class today is the spine. So we're going to move the spine on different plane, which is what we do in performing the everyday activities. So the focus will be on exercises that target the flexion and extension of spine, which is something that we always do in most of Pilates exercise. I will just point it out. So the flexion is when we reduce the space in between the spine. Can be also the flexion of the front, but talk about the spine. And the extension, when we pull the muscles, not pull is not a correct word, but we extend the muscles of the back. So attention will be for the new one, the one who follow us in recorded classes, will be with some adjustment in order not to pull actually the muscles, or not to strain the muscles. We do some exercise in standing as usual. So for the new one, I introduced the fact that doing exercise, performing exercise in standing is very much a part of Pilates exercise, despite the calling of Pilates mat, because the idea behind the workout is to translate, to use what skills we have acquired, what strength we have acquired into our everyday movement. So let's give it a go. We have one exercise that I'm going to do quite slow and in detail, also showing the wrongdoing, which is the spine twisting, which will come later on. We'll start with the feet open at hip width, pushing the knee out so they are aligned, knee with the second toe and the knee under the hip. So open your feet at hip width. Make sure you have the correct alignment of your knees in order to do that, and keep the correct postures. Engage the glutes. So wrap the glutes. Pull the pelvic floor muscles up. So next time you breathe out, feel the pelvic floor muscles, the one that support the core, drawing in. Imagine you have to go to the loo, but you can't. So pull those muscles in. Keep the glutes engaged. As you breathe out next time, pull the navel into the spine without changing the position of the spine. So this is not correct. Keep the alignment, so the natural curve of the spine as you draw your abdominals in. We always target first the posture. So keeping that in mind and keeping those muscles engaged and the alignment we pointed out. Now think of the space between your hip bone and your ribs. So we want to lengthen that space, breathing in, lengthen. And now as you breathe out, you want to strengthen an imaginary corset. So when we talk about the core, we're not only engaging or talking about the front muscles, but the side and the back. So draw all these muscles in toward the center. Shoulder down and stay down. Align the ears with the shoulder and with the hip. And so the alignment is ear, shoulder, the side where the hip is, and the ankle. Lengthen through the neck, imagining a cable pulling from the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. The first flexion we're going to do here is forward with a roll. Roll down from standing. So keep all engaged. Bring the chin to the chest and start rolling all the way down. Keep pulling the navel into the spine as you roll down. Let the arms move freely. Pull the navel in, soften the knees, breathe in. Come back up, restaking the vertebra up, one on top of the previous one. Pull the navel into the spine. And rotate the shoulder, push them down and away from the ears. And again, navel in, strap your corset, chin to chest. Now we go all the way down to the neck, rolling all the way down. Keep the knees soft. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, focus on your back. The muscles now were arched or flexed. We're restaking the muscles along the spine, one on top of the other. And rotate down. We go down again, we stay down. This time we place the fingers onto the mat. So roll down. We change this flexion and rotation, placing the fingers down. Some of us need to bend the knees in order to flex the spine. Keep the fingers and keep the hip pointed forward and walk your hands past one foot. Feel the stretch along the side. Pull the navel in. Breathe in and walk all the way your fingers to the other side, but keeping the hip pointed forward. Back to center. Breathe in and roll up. Pull the navel in. We do the contrast stretching here by placing the hands on the longer spine. And then we lean back. Okay, the leaning back though is not really crunching. Imagine to prepare for a somersault. So you lengthen through the spine and then you extend back. So it's never a crunching, it's extension. Coming up, breathing in, one more. Extend, stretch your corset and reach back long. Come up again, extend the arm to the side, open slightly the feet, wider than the hip, engage your glutes. Reach with the finger like you want to touch the two walls. Breathing in and extending one arm on top of the other and return. Other side, lengthen up and return. Palm of your hands up to the ceiling and reach. And reach. Don't forget to engage your core. Reach. So when we do the extension of the spine, we always want to support with a strong core. So use the muscles. That's why we perform exercise in standing, because onto the mat, it's kind of automatic. But while we perform the exercise of the movement during the day, that's what we want to have always our core with us to prevent injuries or to make it and the movement more efficient. We're going to change now. So as we reach, we twist the head. Imagine it embrace a big beach ball. So twisting, reaching, breathing in. Then we turn to center, so pointing the arm to the center. You're still embracing a great beach ball, lifting up. Extend the arm, reaching to the other side. Now twist and hug a beach ball. Pull the navel further in, reach forward. Notice that in this forward, your spine is almost on a tabletop, not completely, but and you want to have your abdominals in to protect the spine. From here, come back to center. Lifting up, extend the arm, and again, reaching to the side, twisting and hug the beach ball. Bring it to the center, breathing in, pull the navel in, lift up the last two, reaching to the side, embrace a big beach ball, back to center, breathing in, and come up and shake it. Nice. Now, although we are not exercising or pointing more to the leg, we still want to warm up. So pull the navel in, strap your corset, one arm on top of the other, shoulder down, and we go down and up, down. Adjust this according to your ability or how you feel like working today. But bring the weight onto the heel. You don't need to go all the way down. The heel, the weight is onto the heel. Down and up, we have 6 more. Now, in this exercise, we point out the pelvic floor muscles. So keep your pelvic floor muscles engaged even when you're down on the bent knees. Down and up, squeeze the glutes. 2 more. We're gonna go down and stay down, holding there. Adjust so you have the weight onto your heel. Pull the navel in and little pulses. Pulse, pull, pulse, pulse. We have 6, 5, 4, hold it there. Pull the navel in, keep everything engaged. Squeeze your glutes. Count to 10. Come up now. And check it out. Good. One more with a hand to the back. The back extension. Lengthening up. These exercises or movement we're going to perform also on the mat. Come up to stand. Stand with the mat to the front. We're going to walk down, walk into plank. We start with the feet up. We place the knee down. So we go onto a plank, half plank onto the knee. And then we're going to raise up the bell. You decide if you want to stay with your knee down or do a higher level of plank. We want to roll down, walk into plank, and then come back twice. The third time, we're going to stay down. Prepare with the correct postures, engage your glutes, your pelvic floor muscles, and then strap your corset. Chin to chest and roll down. You want to have your hands onto the mat, maybe you need to bend your knees, which is absolutely fine, and then keep all your core strongly engaged so you're not swinging the hip side to side. Reach the plank and down onto the knees. The correct posturing here. The wrists are right under the shoulder. You want to soften your elbows to the side. You want to keep your abdominals in, but without flattening the spine. The spine is in what we call neutral in Pilates. There's a little bit of curve in there. So if you imagine to have a pole at the back from the head to the tailbone, what is touching that pole is the back of the head, the upper back, and the tailbone, not the spine. All right, from here, you can come all the way up in what would be a yoga downward dog. Walk your hands back and roll up. This is one kind of plank. We'll go raise the bar up a little bit. You decide which level you want to stay. Breathing in, pull the navel in, roll down. Walk your hands. And here you can go down on your knees, or you can stay up, making sure that your elbow is slightly bent, and you lift your head up. Another thing is either onto the knee or up onto the feet. You want to make sure that you feel like you're pushing away the floor with your hands without straightening the arms, still keeping them bent. But you want to make sure that you feel that you're not heavily relying on that, using your core to keep you up. And then the other thing is you want to push your shoulder away from the ears, so engaging the back muscles rather than the arms only. Breathing in, walk back, and roll up. Next one, we stay down. Pull the navel in. Roll down. Walk into plank. You can decide which plank you want to have in here. As long as you have the correct position in here, you can be onto your knees, holding this isometric position to strengthen the back muscles, supported by the core. And we have 10 seconds now. Push the shoulder away from the ears. 3, 2, 1. Down onto your knees and in recovery position. Come up. You want to be onto hands and knees. At this time, let's go through the movement of the spine. So articulating the spine, pulling the navel in, arching dipping, maybe, lifting. And don't move the head too much as we would do in yoga. You want to think of the back of the neck as part of the spine. So keep the alignment all the time. Pilates teach us how important is the spine. If the spine is really in good condition at 60, you're young. And if it's not at 15, you're old. To check that your spine movement is fluid and strong. Back to center this time. This is the neutral. You want to pull the navel in and have the spine in tabletop. That's not the way we would stand on, but that's how we perform the exercise in here. So we're going to lift the arms up, reaching up. And as you can see, we are already flexing the spine, breathing in, and then enter here all the way in. Keep the arms to hover, so we're using the core muscles, and come back up. You want to go all the way up, breathing in, and all the way in, breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. We have one more. Go all the way up, look up with your head, so there's also a flexion of the cranial, and enter in, all the way in, look to your fingers, reach out, and come all the way up again, all the way up, look up. Keep pulling the navel in and return. If you are advanced, you want to do this, you can do it onto a plank. So here how it goes. You decide how you want to do, go to the other level. You reach the arms up, and then you come back into with your arms in, and return. And you can do this onto your knees, all the way in. Two more, breathing in, look up. You want to twist, looking up, enter in. Keep your arms to hover, lifting up, reach and look up, then enter all the way in, all the way in, all the way in. Breathe in, lift the arms for the last time, point the finger to the ceiling and look up. Return. Let's go into recovery position. Here, stretch your arms long. Gonna change the position. And come. Gonna have about 5 minutes of raising the heartbeat. So we're changing throughout the workout. We're gonna have higher tempo and lower tempo. So we teach the body to consume energy, so calories even at rest. So we're going to lie onto the tummy and perform the exercise, classical Pilates exercise, lying onto the mat. Stretch the arms long, leg long. Give the body a nice big stretch. Place the feet onto the mat. You want to keep them open at hip width. The fingers at the back of the head, we're not interlacing the fingers. We still have a space and some light under the lumbar spine, which is in neutral, the normal position that we are assuming standing. Pull the navel in, the pelvic floor muscles up without changing the natural curve of the lumbar spine. Point the elbow to the ceiling as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, without crunching the neck in, keep on looking with the nose pointing up to the ceiling. Start flattening the spine onto the mat and flexing the upper back and the neck in the forward position. So rather than thinking of coming closer with the chin to the chest, think rather of the muscles along the upper spine as they lengthen. Roll down, the spine goes back into neutral. Open the elbows, let them rest down. I'm gonna speed up a little bit. Point the elbow to the ceiling as you breathe in. Lift up, lengthening the upper back. Now gaze in between your knees. Roll down. The next one we stay up. So if it gets too intense and you feel the straining onto the neck, feel free to keep your head down. Relax onto the mat. Breathe in, point the elbows, come up. And extend your arms. You can always have a cushion at the back in here, so you can hold your head and then do the exercise with your head onto the cushion. You choose. We start with the feet down as we beat the 100. We want to coordinate, synchronize the movement of the arms with the breathing. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, one more, 4, 5, and out. At this point, you can stay with the feet down or lift the feet up with the knee to tabletop. We're gonna speed up the tempo. You can do this with your head relaxed onto the mat or even better, onto a cushion. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. In and out. 3 more. Relax the head down, knee to chest. Swing side to side to decompress the lumbar spine. I'm not going to stop in between the next 2 exercises. Again, you can do this with a cushion under your head and the head rested down. Light fingers at the back of the head, point the elbow to the ceiling, breathing in, flex the spine forward, pull the navel in to the spine. If you are up with your head, it's never chin to chest. It's always soft, imaginary pitch under your chin. Extend one leg. And we do the single leg stretch, changing over, changing the leg for 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Straighten both legs and change. Pull and stretch slowly first. Feel the stretch. You can even keep your leg slightly bent if you prefer. Now we do the little pull, 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 and pull, pull. 6 more. 6. Do less repetition if it gets too intense. Have a break in between. 3, 2, 1. Hug the knee to the chest, down. Extend the arm to the side, airplane position. Bring the knee all the way together to one side. Feel the stretch along the side. And as a bonus, of course, we have the flexion of the spine. Breathing in, bring the knee all the way to the other side. Drop the knee to the floor. And come back to center. We still are in the part where we do more difficult exercise, although can we always be adjusted. So we have the crisscross and the double leg stretch. You can do it with your head up or head down. Although, actually, no, the crisscross probably won't be able to do it with your head down. So you need to come up and then maybe do less repetition. Point the elbow to the ceiling. The fingers are not interlaced at the back. Lift your head up, lift the knee. Now open your elbows in here. You can still see your elbows with the corner of your eyes, but you're not stretching them too open. Right, so extend one leg and then lift the side and reach. So it's not elbow to knee, it's rather the side that come up.
change. Lift to center, extend the leg, and then point the elbow to the ceiling, not to the knee. And change. Let's go. 6. Last repetition. 6, 5, and change. 4, 3, 2. Lift higher. Last 1. Relax the head down. Keep your head down for the moment as you hug your knee to center. Keep pulling the navel in. There's a little space under the lumbar spine. If you bring the knee very close to the chest, then the spine is flat. As your knee comes away from your chest, you feel the spine getting into neutral. Just notice that, not a way to keep it. Just notice the difference. Keep engaging the core, extend your leg, extend your arms. Round the arms to half the knee. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel the difference in the position of the neck. As your arms round and come in, you feel the closing, coming together of the 2 points, like there is less space, the back of the neck. As you extend the arm and leg, even the neck extends. The spine is in neutral in here. And hug the knee. You can do this exercise with your head up. Out you go. And in. We have 4 more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more. Don't let your tummy pop up. Keep pulling in. Last 1. And return. Hug the knee to the chest. You're going to take this opportunity to stretch the hip flexor. Often when we have back pain, it's because we have these muscles from the hip bone very deep towards the knee. The front of the thighs get too stretched, too short. So pull one knee closer, keep the other leg absolutely straight along the mat. Breathe in and then flex the foot of the extended legs. And pull the other knee a little bit closer. Change the other leg, pull the knee closer. Feel the extension of the front of the leg. Breathe in, then flex the foot of the extended legs. Pull both knee to the chest, feet onto the mat, arm extended a little bit wider than your body, so it's a V shape. You want to anchor your upper body by opening the chest. Press the hands onto the mat so you feel the contact of your upper body, the shoulder and the arms and the hands with the mat. Open your feet at hip width. Pelvic floor muscles strongly engaged. There's still a little space under the spine. Then twist the hips so the spine is flat. You're going to a bridge. Don't change the position of your knees as you push onto the feet and peel off the vertebra from the mat. Extend the neck along the mat, come up, pushing both hips up to the mat, to the ceiling. Make sure that you don't come too far up, that you bring the chin to the chest. You want a space here. So imprint the first few vertebrae up there in the thoracic. Press the shoulder onto the mat and lift by crunching the glutes. Feel the lifting of the head. You still have your head relaxed and your neck relaxed. Lower down the vertebra to come back. Adjust the position of your feet. Maybe you want to bring them slightly closer. Breathing in. Twist the hip and come all the way up into a bridge. Extend the back of the neck. Squeeze the glutes. We're gonna move the leg in here to do some glutes exercise. Lower down. As you lower down, feel the imprinting of the vertebra onto the mat. is a flexion of the spine, articulating the spine vertebra by vertebra. Breathing in, engage your core, your glutes. Come up into a bridge, not a too high bridge. You don't want to crunch your chin to the chest. Squeeze the glutes harder, bring the weight more onto one foot as you lift the other leg up. It can be straightened or bend, you choose. You want to keep the other hip quite high as you lower and lift. Lower and lift. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. Feel the glutes working hard. And 1. Change the other side. This foot goes down. Keep your hip at the same level. Use your glutes for stability. Your upper body's anchored. And we do 6. And 5. And 4. 3. 1 more. Keep your hip at the same height. Place both feet down. Can you lift your heel up? In this way, with the heel up, we're going to focus in extending, so articulating the lower spine a little bit more. Roll down. Then you have to tuck your tailbone more in. Feel, visualize the vertebra of the lumbar, so the last few vertebrae, with more space because the muscles stretch a little bit longer. Extend arm and leg, with the body nicely stretched. We're going to do some flexion of the spine with the position, different position lying onto the tongue. So let's turn around to lie onto the tummy. One hand on top of the other, shaking the hips from side to side. We prepare, and then we do the seesaw. Hands either side of the head. Place your forehead down. If you have a cushion, feel free to use it now. So placing the forehead to the cushion and elevating it a little bit from the neck. Push the shoulder away from the ears. Engage your glutes. You want to have energy throughout the leg. So want to anchor. This time is the bottom part of your body is anchored onto the neck. The 3 bones, pubic bone and the 2 hip bones onto the mat. Pelvic floor muscles rose in. And then you extend up your spine. Coming up is one of the best exercises for correct postures and strengthening of the upper back. Breathe in and lower down. It's like your nose is walking forward because you're extending the upper back. Breathing in, lift up. Feel the extension here. Stay up. Breathing in, pushing a little bit further, high. Keep watching forward, don't lift your head. Keep looking at the end, past the front of your mat, but onto the floor. Engage your glutes. Push the shoulder away from the ears, breathing in and lower down. The next exercise requires quite a lot of strength into the core, coordination and balance. So I'll give you some, we'll go up to a lower level first, and then we progress from there. Engage your core. So pull the navel in. There is a soft pitch under your belly button. The pelvic floor, lift the leg up, lots of energy. So all the muscles in the leg are engaged. Press up, all the way up this time. Big flexion of the spine. And as you lower down, push the shoulder down, the elbow reach first. Then lower your chest and lift your leg. Lift the leg up. And then press the hand. Lower the leg as you lift your chest. Lower the chest as you lift your leg. It's a seesaw and change. Big flexion of the spine. You want to protect your back with your abdominals. Down. And up. This is done with without a tempo, just down and up. And you can keep this movement. If you want to make it a step up, you really need to have a control. So what happens, you walk your hands slightly wider than the mat. And as you lower your chest and lift your arms up, then you press with your arms, lower the chest. So it looks like this. We do 4 more. Nice. Stay up, shake the hips from side to side. Walk your hands together, the front. Press the shoulder away from the ears. Walk your hands toward your body. Press up, lots of stretching here. And into recovery position. Feel the lengthening of the spine. And we're going to finish with the exercise that we're going to do slow, and I'll show what can be done wrong. So we're going to sit. And if you find hard to sit, I know some of you who does, I can perfectly point it out. So lift, use your cushion to lift, or sit on it to lift your head a little bit higher. All right, you might not see my feet, now you do. You want to keep your feet together, your leg together, and extend your arm along the side. This exercise teaches us to keep this position, so growing taller, and keep that tall position using a strong core. Extend the arm side to side, and so I've turned here to show you that the spine is flat, the feet are flexed. Lengthen as you breathe in. And as you twist, you keep on lengthening. So don't give me this. Keep on lengthening. Keep the arms open, so the chest wide open. Reach back with the arm. Breathing into center. Reach to the other side, long. So you're spiraling onto your spine, which is the fulcrum, the center. Push the arm back, come to the other side. So don't give me this. Right? So as you twist to the side, don't bring the other arm forward. Keep that open and encourage this little twist. Breathing into center. To the other side. Keep the arms open. Keep that position. Imagine a cable pulling from the crown of the head and back to center. Twist. The other things I want to show, don't give me this. With the feet, do not this, so don't give this. Imagine to have a wall. Actually, you can even go and press your feet onto the wall. Keep the feet at the same level position. Keep your leg close together. Open your arms. Imprint the back onto an imaginary wall. Lift your head, breathe in, and twist, and give a little pulses. Twist, twist, breathing in. Check the position on your feet, and twist, twist, breathing in. So you need strong core in order not to move your feet. Twist, twist, breathing into center, and twist, twist. One more inside. Don't let the shoulders rock up toward the ears and relax there. Stretch forward.